Welcome back to DM Journal, Dragon Heist, Session 5. I hope last week wasn't, too bad. This week will hopefully be much better. So let's just get right into it. Oh, so the Misfits finally get to their manor. They see a couple exciting stores that catch their eyes in the alleyways as they head into the Troll Skull Manor. The manor is in poor shape, and a specter takes Warwick's gold pouch and throws it across the room. Not knowing what to do, Z2, the only person who could see him with her blind sense, tells them what came up to him and goes into attack mode. Ismay tries to reason with it, but it does not speak back. But doesn't attack, but runs away and leads them upstairs. Heading up multiple stories of this tavern, they start to find clues about how Volo probably knew about the tavern being haunted and how the ghost is pissed how Volo and how this tavern was left to just go to shit. The specter, though, cools off when one of them suggests to start cleaning up the place. So character motivations are starting to come out. So the players are now getting really invested in their characters, each finding real meaning behind the actions, behind the PCs, which is really cool to see. They're all reacting differently, but don't let the other players dictate how their characters would act in the moment. Like one went to fight the specter and the other one tried to talk. They both did at the same time, and it was pretty cool. So they start to clean up the place. They toss the broken furniture out as they wait for Volo to show up so they can sign over the deed. Doing all this causes a ruckus and brings some neighbors over. A lot of them aren't kind, ask if they're the ones buying the place, if they're fixing this place up, and most of them are quite happy that they're here. Until one female elf, Falah, an outgoing wood elf, druid with long braided hair, she runs the crown, and she catches the eye of Doc, which is really neat. So this is really neat how a PC you don't really put much effort in maybe catches a player's eye so much that it changes their own goal as a PC. Doc now sees this person as someone who shares a lot in common with them and hopes to open a medical shop like she has, and hopefully can create a relationship with this druid. They deal with some of the guild members around town that came over and tell them how opening a business work. And finally, Volo arrives. Warwick, rightfully angry with him, with all the little shadowy deals Volo has been handing out to the players. He speaks to him about how it's not okay to lie and trick friends with a menacing tone. Gets through to them. The group then goes out to search for a magic shop and a place to sell their loot. They then find a place in the market area, Blitz and Jenks Magic Mirror. They ignore these PCs. This is kind of the opposite, where you put a lot of work into PCs and they pretty much just ignored Blitz and Jenk. Did not give one fuck about them. They did the opposite of Vala. Like, I gave them so many little quirks and talking points, and all they did was spend gold and leave. That's part of D&D sometimes. You get wins out of nowhere, and you lose when you're like, for sure you're gonna win. But, damn, it's amazing how they didn't even say bye to these two characters. They're usually very polite, my PCs are. They literally grabbed their shit and left. It was very funny. I had to come to grips with that pretty quickly as they head straight to another shop, a new PC for the group, or at least for Ismay to fall heads over heels with. They walk into a bookshop owned by a short dragon born of gold dragon descent, named Rachel, the page turner. Ismay showed that she had the hots for him, but the whole group loved the shop. Uh, they started all diving deeper into the world, searching for books about their backstories, about the world's backstories. It was awesome. I mean, I now have to go make books for them, for the group, but that won't be hard. But you know, I get to show them more of this world, which is cool. But they're asking about books on monsters. Now I need to watch out for this because knowing too much will cause a lot of metagaming, and it's already happening to a certain point. I didn't really realize this till it was kind of too late, but like mind flayers are rare in this world. There wouldn't be books about this, and the players wouldn't know what they are. Shopkeepers shouldn't either, so I need to make sure I keep better track of that for myself so that I'm not leading the players down wrong paths. They then head back and start to go over what they're going to do with the manor. And here comes the strange, the weird. Well, they want to make it a brothel. I don't really care that they do. They can do what they want. I need to know. I need to make sure to set my boundaries for them because I will not be doing any role playing of Johns or the ladies of the nights. And the book goes over how to find workers and for the tap room and for a bar and for like a adventurer guild, and there's a lot of like books on how to find workers for like if you're gonna have a mercenary group and stuff. But um, I'm there's not I've never came across anything to do anything about a brothel, so that's gonna be entertaining to try to figure out. And I don't know if not everyone's 100% on board. I did put that if anyone does not want it to be a brothel, because it can be a sensitive area, it won't be a brothel. Doesn't matter if 5 out of the 6 players want it. If one doesn't want it, it won't be a brothel. And as long as we all make sure how that our boundaries are known and are put up and everyone respects them, we should all be good. I will be letting everyone. I will be sending out a message to everyone separately about how, hey, you can message me and tell me if you want it to be a brothel. Because if you don't, I will come out next week and say, hey, no brothel allowed. And I won't tell anyone who said it because everyone will get this message, and just so that, because sometimes if everyone's talking about it, even though you don't want to do it, you might just say yes because of kind of like peer pressure. And
Hey, so it didn't record my outro, so here we are. Hope you guys like this week's review. Please let me know if you liked it by liking, subscribing, sharing with a friend. Comment down below and follow me on all the other social media stuff down in the doobly doo thing. All right, like always, you guys all have a wonderful day.